Good, you're here. Welcome back to my studio. It's almost spring now. During the weekdays, I'm working at my job for the first half of the day. And then, later in the afternoons, I'm trying to balance my art and my personal life. It's not the easiest thing that I've ever done. I think it's hard to find a balance in life. Always. That's always one of the biggest challenges, right? I love to make my cottages. I think you all know that by now if you have watched my videos before. Making cottages is just an awesome activity for me. And the cottages I'm making today are really special to me because on their roofs they're holding my favorite ordinary flowers. There was a time when I dedicated all my days to working either on my art or on other jobs. And I often forgot that I'm a person that needs time with my loved ones, with myself, hobbies, and so on. The biggest challenge for me is finding a time when I am not productive and not guilty about not being productive. A time to rest and just be safe. A time to only be my bare self. It's challenging to establish balance where this time exists in a good capacity in my life, but it's also very, very needed. Without it, I burn out. We all burn out. And without it, I might just be a robot, just working on my tasks from morning to evening. There was also a time in the past where my art stopped being my safe place for a while. Everything in life, the meaning of everything we do, is up for our interpretation. And there was a time when art became a stressful activity in my life. All the joy, all the presence, all the inspiration was gone. I was stressed about growing my business, making more and more art for it, thinking about what art other people would like me to do, what art other people would like to consume, and making my creative decisions based on that. I sat all day in my art office, disappeared from my friend group, and was obsessed about my art business and analytics around it. We can make anything stressful if our brain tends to connect the madness of this society to the activity. One of my favorite people on this earth, Eckhart Tolle, says that suffering comes mostly from our heads. Our mind has a sickness of compulsive thinking and perceiving the illusionary trouble as a reality. So we worry, we are scared, maybe we can't sleep, we can't stop thinking, ever. But the peace is always hiding right there underneath all our thoughts and internal monologues and imaginary realities. It is right there inside us, in the center, beneath all the madness. There is peace, there is love, and there is home. I had burned out when I was living like I was describing earlier. My body couldn't handle the madness of the mind at some point anymore, and it basically forced me to realize that I have peace within, that all this madness is not me. All these thoughts, all these worries, all these expectations, it's the sickness of the mind, which is the result of current state of humanity. I had to disidentify from my madness and commit myself to well-being and to take myself and my being as a priority before the doing. After all, I am a human being, not a human doing. And I'm so happy all that happened. I know most people go through their whole lives utterly identified with their thoughts. They don't know there's home right underneath. It's like looking through your glasses your whole life, never realizing they are on your head. So can you see? Can you see that right here, right now, it's the end of all madness? I'm making flower cottages with the flowers on top of their roofs. I'm choosing the blossoms of dandelion, wild rose, daisy, and sunflower. The reason I'm choosing those blossoms is because those are one of the most ordinary flowers I can see here in my environment where I live in Central Europe. Dandelions and daisies are everywhere in the grass for almost the whole year. Wild roses are also there for the whole summer, wherever you look, in the bushes or on the sides of the forest. A few months after the wild roses blossom, we harvest the rose hips and we dry them and then drink the tea from it through the winter. And the sunflowers are an amazing common flower here. You know, they are a symbol of late summer. They're great for the birds to feed on, and they're just pure joy to look at. The reason I have chosen all the ordinary flowers is because ordinary flowers really inspire me. I think it's easy to see the beauty in the extraordinary, in the rare. You know, if I can see the beauty in the ordinary, I can see the beauty in anything.
Live your truth, and good will come to you. Home, sweet home. Home, sweet home.
Here is the final result of my flower cottages. I hope the look of them brings you a little spark of joy at least, and I hope you create something from your own heart as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please remember that there is always peace and home within, and right here, right now, is the end of all madness.